Qualifying is over. It's time to line them up and go green flag racing. Here we go. On the pole will be AJ Godsey, outside Harley Barletta, then David Garman, Kevin Reed, Matt Johnston, and Jeff Hinkle. Aiden the Kid Trevette, Kyle Holden, Jason Rome, and Stephen Gibson round out your top 10. Scotty Too Hotty Snodgrass in 11th, Richie West in 12th. In 13th is Zach Henson. Mike Smith is 14th. Rick Sargent 15th. 16th is JJ Parr. Then Topher Baltimore, Jared Heasley, Larry Ashby, and Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel, rounding out the field. Harley Barletta driving a new paint scheme here tonight. Topher is making sure we are all aware that he is cheering for himself. And it looks like Kellen Mitchner says that his picks for tonight are Aiden and Richie. So we'll see how that goes. Richie's definitely one to watch on short tracks. Taking a look through the field at some of the paint jobs. It looks like the 93 is running a new paint scheme tonight. That is Matt Johnston. Aiden Trevette still running his autism awareness paint scheme, so a huge shout out to the kid. Stephen Gibson, yoo-hoo. What is Richie driving tonight? There's a question. He is still in the Batman car. And looks like most of the rest of the paint jobs pretty similar this week to what we've seen in recent weeks. Two very short pace laps. Their lap times were running 18 seconds a lap here in practice, so it's going to be some wild racing. Last night they had a lot of green flag laps, but had some early cautions that caused a lot of problems, so we'll see what happens here tonight. Jason Rome is in the field, so we might need to watch him on the restart. I know where you're going with this one, Bill. And Becky, as always, cheering on Scotty Too Hotty. All right. Pace car will drop off in turn 4. And if, on the off chance we get a green flag pit stop here tonight, things will get very dicey getting onto that pit road. We'll take a look at that here in a bit as well. Pace car is in. You can see that pit entry is a little bit weird. AJ Godsey gets a good launch, and they are gone. Jason Rome gets off the line clean. Back up front, Harley Barletta is going to let AJ to the front very easily. David Garman and Kevin Reed battling side by side right behind them. And a big swarm back here. The front 4 managed to get away just a little bit. Scotty Too Hotty looked like he was spinning onto pit road. Let's see if we can see what happened. We talked about it going in. You can get very loose very easy. JJ Parr had a great save. Scott manages to save it, pulls it back together. Everybody keeps going green flag racing. Caution is out for the first time, though. And it looks like, oh, the 21 and the 93 get together, collect Zach Henson and a couple other guys as well. Jeff Hinkle was caught up in that as well. That brings us under our first caution of the night. Definitely a wild one to get things started here tonight. And let's see, the Scotty Too Hotty, Jeff Hinkle, and Kyle Holden all involved in that. It'll be interesting to see. Scotty Too Hotty was not involved in that initial issue, but Kyle Holden has got some serious front end damage. We'll see. I would imagine see him come down pit road. I don't think he'll go for the fast repair. They only have one fast repair here tonight. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't think he'll use the fast repair this early in a 170 lap race, but you never know. And the 18 does indeed drop down pit road. As I mentioned last night, Topher Baltimore started at the back of the field, managed to work his way up to 5th. So Kyle Holden being involved in an incident this early, not going to be a huge impact, especially for the guy leading the points by over 50 points. And no, he is getting manually repaired as much as possible. And he'll have to take back off of pit road here momentarily. Garmin faking to pit road. Kyle Holden still on pit road. Looks like he will lose a lap here. He should be able to get it back as soon as they get another caution, though. As they stack back up side by side, getting ready to go green. Bill Percy saying Jason Rome is going to take it tonight. Let's see how he does first. Hopefully he can get, hopefully he's got his wheel spin issue figured out. Green flag in the air. Everybody's going straight. AJ Godsey gets a good jump on the field. David Garmin drops down to the inside of Harley Barletta here. Gets a good run up off of 2. Everybody seems to be being fairly patient here, giving each other enough room, at least at the front part of the pack. Although we've seen a lot of back and forth mid-pack. Jared Heasley in the 32 on the move. He has picked up 8 spots after starting 18th. He's up to 10th. JJ Parr right there with him has picked up 5 spots. Right in front of them, Mike Smith has picked up several spots. There's smoke on the track. Harley Barletta and Kevin Reed side by side up here, and it looks like, was that Stephen Gibson struggling a little bit up off of turn 2? Jason Rome on the outside, taking the position away from Richie West. Not sure what's happening with Stephen Gibson. Looks like he is struggling right now. He doesn't seem to have any damage to the car, but just not as fast as he would usually be. Harley Barletta right up in front of him in 5th place. Kevin Reed in 4th. 3rd place is Aiden the Kid Trevette. Next time, Maya, what do you say we take a ride around this legendary track with the kid? As he comes up the back straightaway, through 3 and 4, getting underneath Garmin. You see him get a little bit loose, catches the car as he comes down into 1 and 2. He has to back out of the throttle way early. It is so easy to get loose when you put the power on in these cars at this track. Surprised to see so many cars moving up the track this early on, but that is one really fast lap around this legendary track. He did that lap in 18.7 seconds. AJ Godsey still in the lead. David Garmin in 2nd. Now they are starting to settle in. Aiden Trevette to 3rd. Kevin Reed to 4th. Harley Barletta in 5th. Stephen Gibson seems to be going backwards, and I'm a bit surprised that to see that. But here he goes as Jason Rome comes around. They have a little bit of a door bang there. Richie West gets down underneath Jason Rome. The 15 of JJ Park gets underneath him as well. Jason Rome gets it collected. Now back up on the high side, looking for somewhere to drop back down and regain his climb to the top. Jared Heasley, as I mentioned, started in 18th up to 10th. Rick Sargent up to 11th now, and that is a new paint scheme for Rick this week. Bud Light car. Scotty Too Hottie, after his early incident, got gathered back up. He is in 12th. He's only lost one position, so he is definitely going to be one to watch as time goes on. Zach Henson, bit of a surprise, back in 13th. Jeff Hinkle, after the incident, has lost quite a few positions. He is in 14th right now, as is Mike Smith is in 15th. Larry Ashby to 16th. Matt Johnston way back in 17th after starting 5th. Topher Baltimore currently riding around in 18th. Nicole Creasel 19th, and Kyle Holden a couple laps down in 20th. 20 laps in, AJ Godsey 0.8 of a second lead as they start to heat this battle back up behind them. Here comes the kid again, looking to the inside of Garmin. Harley Barletta not far behind. The lap car of Kyle Holden there between the kid and Harley. And looked like a little bit of a bobble from David Garmin on corner entry there. Aiden staying right on his back bumper so far, but another mistake like that, Aiden might get around him as Aiden starts to look to the inside. This is the battle for second place. We'll see if anybody can catch back up to AJ Godsey. He is opening up quite a lead here. 23 laps in, over a 1.25 seconds lead now. Harley Barletta a ways back, then Kevin Reed. Stephen Gibson, after his troubles early, seems to have gotten the grip back with the car and starting to open up a little bit of a gap on Richie West. Right behind him, here comes Jason Rome back to the front. He gets by J.J. Parr. He is coming back to the front. Knowing Jason, he's not real happy about getting doored so early in the race, and I would imagine he's going to come up here, and it is short track. Tempers will flare. I would imagine we'll see quite a few issues tonight of people losing their tempers, but we'll wait and see. Jason Rome back up to 8th. J.J. Parr back there in 9th. Heasley still holding on to 10th. But Rick Sargent is starting to make his way forward, as is Scotty Too Hottie. Scott Snodgrass in the 22 car is making his way back up as well. Starting to close down that gap just a little bit to the cars in front of him. Topher Baltimore still back there hanging on to 17th position. Doesn't look like Topher is pushing very hard at the moment. I would imagine after breaking all the bad luck that he's had lately last night, I'd imagine he is taking it a little bit easy here, as I think we've got a battle going for second, side by side, down the backs, or up the back straightaway, through 3 and 4, Aiden the Kid Trevette to the inside. And they've got the lap car of Nicole Creasel right ahead of them. Nicole drifts up. Garmin right to the back. He gets loose as he tries to get around her, but Aiden Trevette perfectly planned that. He had used Nicole Creasel as a pick and managed to get around David Garmin for second. Now he's going to try and run down the 5 car of AJ Godsey. Caution is out. Jared Heasley having some difficulty. He better not have hurt that car. That car's very pretty. Looks like the 20 just got into him, but I don't believe they actually touched. It looked like it might have been a netcode issue. We'll take another look at it here. Can't really tell from that angle, but it's very close. we'll have to wait and talk to him later in the race. But right now, AJ Godsey still out to the front. Aiden Trevette in second. 44 laps completed. I do not think we will see any pit stops this time, but we might see a couple of people towards the back. It looks like Steven Gibson went down pit road. He might have had some right front damage. Matt Johnston, Steven Gibson, Zach Henson, and Rick Sargent all on pit road. Four of the Toyotas in the field on pit road. Aiden Trevette to second. Garmin still in third. Harley Barletta fourth. And it looks like the 32 is going to come down pit road for some quick repairs. It's Kevin Reed now in fifth. Jason Rome has worked his way back up to sixth. And I have a feeling talking to Jason Rome right now might not be the best idea. Aiden the Kid Trevette now right back to the back bumper of AJ Godsey. Let's see if we can talk to the kid. Kid, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Aiden, this is Doug. You got me?
Gotcha, Doug.
Hey, man, you finally managed to get around the 06. Are you going to be able to hang with and get past the 5 car in front of you?
I sure hope so. I don't know yet. I haven't got any near him, so hopefully we can.
Well, your lap times are pretty similar, bud, so it looks like you might have something for him. Obviously, the leader stayed out. Any kind of tire strategy or fuel strategy going on here?
I'm just playing the night as it goes. Have no clue what's going to happen.
All right, bud. Well, 1 to green. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Hey, Doug.
All right, that was Aiden the Kid Trevette in the 11 car, restarting on the outside. Pace car about to drop off. You can see how difficult this pit road is to get. You got to get slowed down if you're under green. As they go green flag, it is tricky to get on pit road, and I don't know if we'll see any green flag stops here tonight, but time will tell. AJ Godsey gets the restart. There's quite a bit of battling going on back in the pack. Scott Snodgrass picks up several positions. Mike Smith has picked up a couple positions, but he's losing one to Gibson right now. And they are 2 and 3 wide, as it looks like Topher Baltimore has now decided to crank it up just a little bit. Here he goes down to the inside. Jared Heasley is back out there as well, and the 93 sends it in there extremely hard. A lot of bumping and banging. The 93 is sideways. He keeps it straight. Matt Johnson keeps the car straight. We keep it under green, but that was a rough corner for him. Let's see if we can take another look at it. Looks like Matt just came down, didn't realize Topher was there, and got into the side of him, but a great save by Matt Johnston. Matt Johnston surprised everybody with his win at Watkins Glen just a couple weeks ago. That was a huge one, beating out David Garmin by a couple of seconds, as the kid is now coming up to the back bumper of AJ Godsey. Richie West there, he is challenging. He has picked up 6 spots since the beginning, now 7 once he takes 5th. And here comes Jason Rome again. Jason got a little bit of did a little door banging earlier, has worked his way, dropped back to about 12th, has worked his way now back up to about 7th place. Richie West now up to 5th. But you see Kevin Reed there in the Finelli Ironworks car, currently running in 6th and has a good run up on the high side. I know Kevin was one that put in a lot of extra practice this week. And JJ Parr gets right in the back bumper, and 3-car incident. Caution is out. JJ Parr just drifted up a little, just enough to catch the back bumper, gets into him, and Kevin Reed got spun. Jason Rome got hit as well. Trying to get the trying to get a good look at what happened to Jason Rome there, as he was involved in that as well. Kevin just clipped him, got him, and he spun him around. JJ Parr collected him as well. He manages to get it straightened out, but several cars involved in this first incident. Zach Henson now in the lead is AJ Godsey, Harley Barletta, David Garman, Aiden Trevette, Jason Rome, Steven Gibson, Scotty Too Hottie, Richie West. Pretty much the front half of the field now on pit road. Topher Baltimore now up to 4th place. And this might be a very good, now being scored in 3rd place. I believe that's actually going to shake out to 4th, but we'll have to wait and see here. I stand correct. The 18 car is up there, and he is laps down. He is up there trying to get some laps back as the 6 car comes back off of pit road. This definitely shakes things up a bit. Those front 3 cars will have older tires, but the front 2 just took tires about 16 laps ago. It won't be such a huge impact, but Topher has been out there for 48 laps on those tires. Everybody else behind him just went in and got fresh tires. However, the track position here might be the trick. Lights out on the pace car. AJ Godsey now back in 4th. Aiden the Kid Trevette in 5th, but he has the inside line advantage here. Meanwhile, back up front, Zach Henson and Matt Johnston both having taken tires just a few on the last caution. Topher Baltimore up there on his original set. This couple of different strategies starting to form out here. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. Zach Henson gets a good jump. He's got Matt Johnson to the outside. Here comes AJ Godsey to the outside of Topher Baltimore. He's going to try and bring the 06 of David Garman with him. The 11 car gets stuck down low. The Kid stuck behind a slightly slower car. Aiden Trevette looking to the inside. He is losing a lot of positions here. And he tries to make it 3 wide, has to move, JJ Parr has to move way up the track. 81 of Harley Barletta slips in here. Here comes Jason Rome after being involved in the last incident, up to 10th. Harley Barletta slow on the bottom briefly. And it looks like Topher Baltimore Topher bounces off of Harley a little bit, tries to get it settled back in, just gets into the back of JJ Parr. After the restart, Matt Johnston now to the lead, AJ Godsey now up to second, Henson to third, Garmin to fourth, Richie West to fifth, Aiden Trevette to sixth, Harley Barletta is seventh, Jason Rome now back up to eighth, JJ Parr to ninth, and Jeff Hinkle to 10th. Topher Baltimore on pit road. Hopefully he can get things taken care of, get back out there, and get back up to the front. Kevin Reed looks like he is going to be the lucky dog and get back to the lead lap here. Jared Heasley currently running back in about 16th, involved in one of the earlier incidents. Let's see if we can talk to him real quick. Jared, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
What's going on, Doug?
Hey, man, a rough start to the race. You're in 16th. Can you get back up there? You were charging toward the front earlier.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Just got kind of hooked there early. Got a lap back, but getting the lap back, we'll try to do something to see if we can get back in the top 10 or something. I don't really know. It's been a rough race already.
That it has been. Well, best of luck to you, buddy. Hopefully you can get that orange and green car back to the front.
All right, thanks, Doug.
All right, you can hear Jared Heasley already a little bit frustrated, and as we mentioned, short track racing, a lot of frustration will come out tonight. And I think I just figured out what's wrong with Aiden Trevette's car. He is driving a Ford tonight. That could have a lot to do with his problems. Him and Garmin are actually the only two Fords in the field. Kyle Holden still 4 laps down, our points leader back in 20th. So that is going to play into the points a little bit here tonight. Some of these guys that were outside the top 12 are looking at a points issue. You know, it's going to close up a few of these points battles. Pace car is in. Matt Johnston's going to lead him down. AJ Godsey on the outside. Here we go. Green flag. The 93 gets a really good start here. Henson coming with him, can't quite get the run underneath AJ Godsey yet. He's got a little speed underneath the 06, but here comes AJ Godsey. AJ and Garmin right there nose to tail trying to get by the 24 car. Almost a third of the way through the, just over a third of the way through the race, I should say. Couple of different leaders so far. As David Garmin's got quite a battle going on with the 24, but he manages to clear it. Now the kid in the 11 car battling there on the outside. And as we mentioned, Richie West in the old school 60s Batman paint scheme. He has made his way up several positions. He started in 12th. He is up to 6th. Zach Henson started in 13th, up to 5th. Some of our other biggest movers, the 15, JJ Parr, he started back in 16th. He is now up to, he just dropped back to 9th. So he's picked up 7 positions as the 20 car. And they do a little bumping there. Here comes the 3 car of Jason Rome, who has been to the front, to the back, and working his way back to the front now. And here comes Scotty Too Hottie. He is back up to 11th, looking underneath the 15 car for 10th. And we've got Larry Ashby spinning. We stay green, at least for the moment. Nicole Creasel appears to have been involved. Let's see what happened. It looks like Jared Heasley just clipped the inside curb, and then the 34 drifted. The 64 gets into him, and then Nicole Creasel gets into him. How we stayed green through that is beyond me. They had the entire track blocked, but they managed to get it squared away pretty quickly. Meanwhile, AJ Godsey has managed to jump back to the lead here. Happened just a couple of laps ago. Coming through 1 and 2, AJ Godsey down on the inside, gets the up, carries the momentum up the hill into 3 and 4. The 93 does not battle too hard, and looks like the 06 actually followed him through. So now it is AJ Godsey back to the lead, David Garman to second, and David Garman does not have second for long. The kid is to the inside. Aiden Trevette having a heck of a run here tonight. Every time we come to these short tracks, the kid is just fast. Matt Johnston in the 23 is now dropped back to 4th and within striking distance of the 81 of Harley Barletta and the 1 of Richie West. But Jason Rome now back up into 7th, looking underneath. Trying to take 6 back and work his way back to the front. And a great run by Jason. Despite all the problems he's had, he's managed to work his way up to the front. So, impressive run. Hanging out just outside the top 5. The battle for second continues. The 06 and the 11 still nose to tail. The 11 just can't get around him quite yet, but we've seen him get around him a couple of times tonight, so we'll see if the 11 can get around him as well. The 34 of Larry Ashby lost a lap in that last incident, so he is 1 lap down. We've got several cars that appear to have crashed. Caution is out. Looks like the incident started with Stephen Gibson in the 21. Looks like Gibson just drove in too deep, got in the back of the 15, and the 22 got caught. And it looks like our points leader, the 18, got caught as well. Kyle Holden got caught in that one as well. And it looks like the Matt Johnston and Zach Henson, both on different pit strategies from the lead pack, are coming to pit road. Looks like Larry Ashby is going to get back to the lead lap. Puts Topher Baltimore in the lucky dog position back out there. Harley Barletta in 4th. 5th is Richie West holding off a hard charging Jason Rome right now. Rick Sargent back to, he is in 7th now, and Scotty Too Hottie has managed to work his way up to 8th after starting 11th and being involved, one of the first cars to have an issue here tonight. Managing to work his way back up through the field. Got some damage on the nose, but having a great run. Jeff Hinkle back up to 9th. His back end is pretty wadded up, but after being involved in an earlier incident, he has worked his way back up to 9th. And Kevin Reed, also in an earlier incident, is now back up in 10th. And there's Mike Smith of Boogity Motorsports. He is sneaking his way up. He is now up to 11th. Larry Ashby, after getting the wave around, is now up to 12th. Matt Johnston and Zach Henson both just pitted. So they're in 13th and 14th. JJ Parr is in 15th. Stephen Gibson 16th. Jared Heasley 17th. Topher Baltimore is in 18th. Kyle Holden still being scored 4 laps down, and he is the points leader back in 20th after being involved in an earlier incident, having to spend an extensive amount of time on pit road. Line back up side by side. Pace car diving off. We haven't had to see green flag stops yet, but will we later? Green flag is in the air. AJ Gotze gets a good jump this time. Aiden Trevette already looking for second up here at the front. Trying to keep up with that 5 car, but having to battle the 06. Harley Barletta loses a little bit of ground, and here comes Jason Rome on a mission on the outside of Richie West. Can't get it to the outside. He drops to the inside into turns 1 and 2. And he's got the 20 of Rick Sargent right behind him. Scotty Too Hotty right behind them. We've got quite a battle forming up here. As the 22 is now trying to look to the inside of the 20, can't quite get there. Has to check up a little bit. Kevin Reed to the high side looking to take advantage. Here comes the 93 of Matt Johnston though. Aiden Trevette now up into second, finally gets around the 06, and Harley Barletta is trying to chase down the top 3 now as well. Richie West is still in 5th, but now he has his hands full of Jason Rome, and Jason is pushing that thing for all it's worth tonight. Scotty Too Hotty still battling, trying to pick up some more positions, currently in 8th, the 20 right in front of him. Scott seems to get a really good run up off of turn 2. Now he's got Matt Johnston to his back bumper on the entry of turn 3, but here comes the 22. He gets a good shot. The 64 gets into the 93. Caution is out. The 64 the 93 just checked up more than the 64 was expecting. They can't get through. Looks like the 15 of JJ Parr manages to avoid it this time, just barely, but clips the wall in the process. Jason Rome now up to 6th place, working his way to the front extremely quickly. Rick Sargent in the 20 car now on pit road. I would imagine for repairs. All right, let's see if we can talk to the driver of the 3 car. Hey Jason, this is Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I do, Doug.
Hey man. You've had a back and forth race, but now you are back up in 6th place, and you definitely have a fast hot rod here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be very careful around Richie. I think I got into it with Kevin a little bit. I know those 2 guys are right on the line there, so I don't, last thing in the world I want to do is get into Richie and cause him a bad finish. So just trying to be careful.
Well, you're definitely extremely fast out there. You can tell you're pushing it hard. Looks like you're going to have a great run here tonight, buddy.
Well, I certainly hope so, Doug.
All right, man. Best of luck to you. Good luck.
Okay, sounds good, bud.
All right, that was the driver of the 3 car. He is currently running in 6th place, and as we mentioned, had a back and forth night. He's been as far back as 14th and as high up as 5th at one point. So definitely a wild ride for the 3 car tonight, but he is still hanging on. And now the 22 car is up to 7th place. Scott Snodgrass has charged up through the field as well. He was at the very back in 20th after getting loose off of turn 4, almost ending up on pit road. He managed to recover, keep it out on the track, and has worked his way back up to 7th. So another guy having a wild ride. And if we get another caution, we might actually try and talk to him. All right, they are starting to line up side by side. The kid, AJ Godsey on the inside, Aiden the Kid Trevette to the outside, Garmin and Barletta right behind them. Richie West in 5th. 6th place is Jason Rome, Scott Snodgrass in 7th, JJ Parr in 8th, Kevin Reed in 9th, and Zach Henson in 10th. Topher Baltimore was the lucky dog. He is back on the lead lap in 18th, and hopefully that luck continues. Pace car is off. AJ Godsey will control the restart, and he's going for it right as soon as he can. He is off down into turn number 1, but the kid now has nobody between him and the 5 car. The kid is looking for the lead already. Can't quite get there yet, but he is all over the back bumper of AJ, and Harley Barletta to the outside looking for 3rd. Harley can't quite get there yet. $11 and $5 just nose to tail all the way around the track. Aiden being as he goes to the inside, coming through 1 and 2, can't quite get there yet. AJ kind of takes off. AJ is our fearless leader that created the BRR League. And then you've got the youngest member of the BRR League right behind him. And I'm sure Aiden knows you just don't wreck the admin, so he's not going to give him the old chrome horn until about 5 laps to go, I'd imagine. Over halfway done in this battle, almost lap 100, and we've got a battle for 3rd. Harley Barletta to the inside of the 06 of David Garmin. Harley spent the better part of the race just hanging out back there in the top 5. Now here he is battling for it. Garmin way high in 3 and 4. Garmin coming back down, but Harley is there. Looks like Garmin took a really wide line to carry more momentum off, but Harley Barletta is still keeping a nose ahead here. It is definitely easier to get off the turn on the high line. It is easier to get into the turn on the low line. Harley Barletta gradually working his nose and car out in front. The 06 looked like he almost got the wall there. Harley Barletta slides up in front of Garmin. He has 3rd. And they are very, very close there. Richie West now having to fend off a challenge from Jason Rome in the 3 car. And the 3 car is Zach Henson in the 24 to the outside. And it is worth noting that Jason Rome took the 3 car this week, took the number 3. That relinquished the 81 back, so Harley Barletta has the 81 now, and he said all is right with the world. Once again, he has the 81. He said that the 81 is his number. There are many like it, but that one is his. Without it, he is nothing, etc. And the 81 now clear of a little bit of traffic, trying to run down the 2 leaders. AJ Gotze, Aiden Trevette. And these guys can go a lot longer on fuel than they can on these tires. We'll start seeing some cars slipping and sliding more. These two, actually the top 5 have been out here for 54 laps. Then you've got Zach Henson and Matt Johnston, who just pitted 26 laps ago, as well as Steven Gibson. We've got a caution on the track. Jason Rome racing with JJ Parr here. And it looks like they just met in the middle. The 22's collected, the 64's collected, the 32. Somehow Jeff Hinkle snuck through that mess. I would imagine. Looks like the points leader got caught up in it as well this time. The 18 getting caught in the first big incident tonight. Now getting caught in another one. Let's see how bad. Jeff Hinkle just snuck through that. And the points leader just stopped up there to try and minimize the damage. And it looked like Topher Baltimore might have managed to gotten stopped before getting into anybody. As Mike Smith checks up, the caution was waving, and Topher does manage to get checked up. All those cars wrecking in front of him. Good save by Topher. And we've got some more pit strategy coming into play, as it looks like Matt Johnston is going to stay out. Topher is going to stay out. And the rest of the leaders went to pit road, so interesting turn of events tonight. The 22 managing to hold on to the top 10. Let's see if we can talk to him. Hey Scott, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Hey there, Doug. How you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, good. So you've been caught up in a couple of them, but you're managing to hold on to the top 10. Are you going to be able to make your way up? Looks like your car isn't too bad.
No, I just got done using my little fast repair just now. Had a little bit of right front damage on that last incident, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can keep the tires underneath it.
Now, you've got about just under 70 laps to go. Can you make it that far on fuel, or are you going to need one more stop?
I don't know. We're going to probably see how these cautions play out. See, I don't know. It might be a gamble.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. Becky is very glad to hear that you are doing well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Doug.
Yep. Oh, there we go. And Stephen Clegg in the chat. Yep, Scotty is out there repping the 22 and champion, so huge shout out to him as well. The 93 of Matt Johnston is going to lead him down. He has got heavy damage to the back bumper and spoiler. The 5, the 11, and the 81 have not been involved in anything yet. They are all clean. Everybody except the 93 has fresh tires as they go green. 93 being the only car to stay out. He had pitted about 20 laps before he drifts up into the 5. And Aiden Trevette takes the lead for the first time. The 5 drifts back several positions. The 5 car now stuck in about 4th place. Meanwhile, the 11 and the 81 have checked out a little bit. Here comes the 06, David Garman coming around Matt Johnston. He's got the inside line. AJ Gotze right there. Richie West right behind him. And for the first time tonight, Aiden the Kid Trevette out to the front, but he has got to worry about that 81 car behind him now. Harley Barletta. 60 laps left to go. 18 seconds a lap, these guys. And Aiden Trevette just laid down the fastest lap of the race. By 1/100th of a second, he laid down the very fastest lap of the race. So huge shout out to the kid, but save some tires, buddy. Harley Barletta laid down the second fastest lap of the race on the same lap that the kid laid down it the fastest. AJ Gotzi now battling side by side with Garmin, trying to recover a couple of spots. AJ now back up into third, David Garmin to fourth, Richie West right behind these two in fifth. Zach Henson in the 24, now up to sixth spot, and the field is starting to spread out, and Scott Snodgrass now up to eighth after having to go in and get some repairs, being involved in that incident. Scotty Too Hotty up to eighth, and looks like he's got a run on the 93 for seventh. Jeff Hinkle made it through that last incident. Somehow he squeaked through the middle of a bunch of cars and went ahead, used his fast repair, and there he is, and currently running in ninth, but don't look now because he's going to come to eighth here momentarily, and late in the run, he is going to be the one to watch. Mike Smith right there. He is in 14th, one lap down, and a huge shout out to the 73 Topher Baltimore. Started in 17th, went a lap down. He is now up to 12th, back on the lead lap. Aiden the Kid Trevette out front still, 7/10 of a second lead over Harley Barletta. AJ Gotzi to third. David Garmin to fourth, and let's check. Jason Rome still on pit road for extensive repairs. No, that's a huge blow to Jason after having such a good run here tonight. Jared Heasley had a lot of incidents earlier. He is missing a front bumper, but still running in 13th right now. And we're going to have a brief discussion about what you've done to that beautiful car there, Jared, but try not to lose any more parts to it. And actually, he is just a straight, Jared Heasley is just a straightaway behind the leader, Aiden Trevette. Meanwhile, Topher Baltimore makes a pass to the high side and takes 11th now. Now trying to chase down Kevin Reed. Kevin Reed picking up a spot. I think Topher will easily catch back up to the 93. Jeff Hinkle got around the 22. He is up to 7th. Zach Henson now in 6th. Richie West is currently in 5th. He's about to have the 24 right to his bumper. Garmin is up in 4th. AJ Gotzi in 3rd. He is running down Harley Barletta. But while AJ is having to run down these other cars, Aiden Trevette is definitely taking advantage of it. Almost a 2-second lead over the 5 car. 1.2 seconds back to Harley Barletta, 1.6 back to AJ Gotzi, and he is running the fastest laps on the track right now. Aiden Trevette has had a bunch of close calls this season with the win. He almost got that first win at Martinsville, just had some bad luck in the last 10-15 laps as I recall, and ended up finishing second. He's had a couple of other second and a lot of third place finishes this season, but has not got that win. Could tonight be the night he gets himself locked in? He is currently 4th in points, 10 points ahead of Jeff Hinkle, who's the one of the other drivers who is not locked in but is in the top 12. Aiden is 35 points ahead of Steven Gibson, the other driver in the top 12 that is not locked in, as he comes around Topher Baltimore. Topher moves up high, lets the kid by. Topher, follow the kid around, buddy. And you know Aiden's got to be loving looking in his mirror right now. There's two. That is the battle for second place. Harley Barletta on the high side. AJ Godsey on the inside trying to pick up some position. Topher Baltimore drops low, trying to stay out of the way, not interfere with it. Side by side down the front straightaway, and it is down. That is the downhill line. AJ Godsey sneaks his nose out in front, but Harley Barletta has the advantage of the momentum on the outside, but AJ Godsey not letting it happen. AJ Godsey now back up to second. And let's take another ride around the track. Let's hop in the car with Harley Barletta. Harley Barletta currently running in third as he comes through 3 and 4. Now these turns at both ends of the track are banked at 14 degrees. However, one you carry a lot more momentum into because you're going downhill, and so both ends of the track definitely a different line. That also affects your tire wear and the handling in the long run, and you're adjusting the brake bias. As AJ Godsey continues to try and charge back towards the front. Aiden Trevette currently has about a 1.6 second lead over the second place car of AJ Godsey. Just under 40 laps to go. And we heard him say it could be a close, heard Scott Snodgrass say it could be close on fuel depending on how cautions fly. If they can keep it green from here, fuel mileage might be a question. And don't forget to stick around here as well. As soon as we're done with the race, we'll be switching over for the Fast and Fun Variety Series here tonight from USA International Dirt. They will be doing the dirt street stocks. And that's going to be exciting. And we have permission from the admins to pull people in the middle of green flag runs, so we might entertain ourselves a little bit. The last race was definitely an exciting battle in Las Vegas. Tonight will be an exciting battle in Florida. Aiden Trevette now in the lead. There's only 10 cars left on the lead lap. Matt Johnston currently in 10th, right in front of him. Kevin Reed in 9th. Scotty Too Hottie in 8th. Scott is quite a ways ahead, so Aiden is not within striking distance yet, but he is within striking distance of Matt Johnston. Goes to the outside. Matt stays low, lets the kid by, and here he comes to lap the 9th place car of Kevin Reed. And the more cooperation he gets as he comes through the field, that is definitely an advantage, trying to keep AJ Godsey behind him. He got through those lap cars very easily. AJ Godsey is kind of stuck right now back behind Matt Johnston. The kid's lead actually opened up by 0.2 of a second on that last lap alone. There is AJ Godsey. He still has one more lap car between him. Harley Barletta has managed to work through most of the lap traffic as well in 3rd. Garmin currently running in 4th. He is about 6 seconds back. Zach Henson in now up to 5th. Richie West in 6th. Jeff Hinkle to 7th. He is starting to slowly pick up some spots here as he battles with Richie West for 6th place here. And as I said, he is the king of saving tires. Jeff Hinkle is in that 23 car. I would not be surprised to see him pick up a couple more spots before they get to the checkered flag, especially if this thing stays green. Scotty Too Hottie in 8th coming through. Oh, they were about 4 wide there. Scott's got a couple lap cars to the inside, manages to clear Larry Ashby, and now looking at the 20 of Rick Sargent. Meanwhile, Aiden Trevette laps a few more cars here. He gets past Mike Smith in the Boogity Motorsports car. And that mess that we saw Scotty working through just a few minutes ago, now it's right in front of Aiden. Aiden's got a 1.5 second lead. The lap traffic is definitely starting to affect him. AJ Godsey starting to close the gap just a little bit, but Topher on the high side is going to let him go easy. And now the kid has to work around Scotty Too Hotty here. Scott stays high, lets the kid by easily. Now only 7 cars left on the lead lap. Aiden Trevette, AJ Godsey, Harley Barletta, David Garman, Zach Henson, Richie West, and Jeff Hinkle are the only cars on the lead lap. As Aiden Trevette, Larry Ashby moves up high to let the kid by. Aiden trying to keep a couple car buffer between him and the 5 car right now. Let's see, the lead is 1.2 seconds. AJ Godsey is coming, but with 25 laps to go, will he have enough time? Here comes Aiden to the inside of the 20 car, Rick Sargent. Rick stays high, lets the kid by, and he gets clear. 24 laps to go. Coming to 23 laps to go. Just over 1 second difference, and AJ Godsey is about to clear all the lap traffic. Will he have enough time to run him down? He's been running him down just a little bit in this lap traffic. And did the kid save anything? And can he pick up some more time here? Aiden's got to worry now. AJ Godsey right behind him, 1.2 seconds back. It's been fluctuating between about 1 second and 1.2. And they are running identical lap times right now. The kid's just got to pick it up just a hair more, and he can open that gap up between them. But AJ Godsey is charging forward. He has closed the gap down to about 0.8 of a second. He'll get to him, but will he be able to get around the kid? They are in the same radio channel, so it'll be, I imagine the conversations are about to get very, very interesting. Harley Barletta still holding on to 3rd. Garmin in 4th. Zach Henson still in 5th. Richie West in 6th, trying to run him down. Jeff Hinkle still back there in 7th. Hasn't picked up any more positions yet. Scotty Too Hotty in 8th. 9th is Matt Johnston. 10th is Kevin Reed. The rest of the field is Larry Ashby in 11th. Mike Smith in 12th. Stephen Gibson 13th. Heasley is 14th. Topher Baltimore is 15th. 16th is Nicole Priesel. 17th is Kyle Holden. Rick Sargent is on pit road. Jason Rome appears to be out. He is still on pit road getting extensive repairs. Now the kid has 17 laps to go, but AJ Godsey right to the back bumper here. Caution is out. And it is Scott Snodgrass again. He is not having a good night here. He was charging through the field. Let's see what happened. Oh, Mike Smith just bounced off the wall. Couldn't avoid him. That brought us under caution. All right, so that is definitely going to change things. Will the lead lap cars pit? I'd imagine they all do. It looks like Scott has some extensive damage to the front. Yes, all the leaders come to pit road. AJ Godsey has 2 wins this season. The kid has none. You got to wonder, well, you know what? We'll try and talk to AJ here in just a moment. Let him get off of pit road here and then see what happens. The race might be decided here on pit road. And the kid is off pit road first. Well, let's talk to second place AJ Godsey now. Zach Henson stayed out. He is currently in the lead. Hey, AJ, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Doug.
Hey, you were able to run the 11 car down a little bit. You gonna be able to get around the kid?
We'll see here. He's definitely fast. It was tough losing the lead there on that restart. Got caught up in traffic, but sometimes that's how it goes.
And you guys now have the 24 right up in front of you. If he doesn't pit, that's going to be another thing to work through. Is the lap traffic helping you or hurting you?
It hurt me a little bit there. I had got him down to a second, and then I got boxed in behind some lap cars and lost another second on him and had to run him back down. So, yeah, it's definitely been a challenge to get through.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, buddy, and good luck with the kid.
Thanks.
All right. AJ playing it close to the chest as the lap down cars will drop to the back. The 24 now in the lead. We will see. It does not look like he's going to come to pit road. Let's take a look. He's been out there for 56 laps on that set of tires, so he will probably not be able to hold that lead for very long. The 11 car starting on the outside. We saw it earlier when a car with older tires started on the inside, held up everybody behind them. The 11 car has the advantage. If the 24 does not pit, then he will be able to use the 24 as a pick when they go around. Currently, you've got Zach Henson up front, Aiden Trevette in second, AJ Godsey third, Harley Barletta fourth, David Garman is fifth, Richie West sixth, Jeff Hinkle seventh, Matt Johnston is eighth. Those are all the cars on the lead lap, just the top 8. Mike Smith and Kevin Reed currently round out the top 10, but Kevin is on pit road. It looks like Scotty Too Hotty will assume 10th. Green flag is in the air. Zach Henson is away, but the 11 car is away more. The 11 car of Aiden the Kid Trevette trying to put the 24, acts as a pick. The kid gets away. Harley Barletta now to second. Richie West up to third. The 5 car battling with the 24. He finally gets cleared. 9 laps to go. Will Harley Barletta be able to run the kid down here? The kid has a distinct advantage here. The 81 right back there just trying to gain some time here, but Aiden Trevette to the front. 8 laps to go for the kid. Seven laps to go. Harley Barletta just ran his fastest lap of the race, an 18.61. Unfortunately, Aiden Trevette ran the exact same time. Richie West up to third now. AJ Godsey back to fourth. Garman is fifth. Jeff Hinkle now up to sixth. Matt Johnston is seventh, and Zach Henson, last car on the lead lap, in eighth. Half a second lead for Aiden the Kid Trevette here. Harley Barletta already has 2 wins this season. Last week he won Michigan. He won Atlanta to start the season. He's been locked into the points. Aiden the Kid Trevette running in the top 5 in the points all season long. Has not managed to get a win. A lot of seconds, a lot of thirds, but 4 laps to go, and he might get locked in here tonight if he can keep that 81 behind him. And you know that 11 car has got to be hoping this thing stays green. He continues to build a little bit of a lead over Harley Barletta. Last lap, the kid was 0.2 of a second faster. Harley Barletta almost scraped the wall coming off turn 2. Harley Barletta pushing that car for everything he's worth. AJ Gotze looking to the inside for third. 2 laps to go here. AJ Gotze still looking to the inside. Harley Barletta cannot close the gap yet. He's got one more lap to send it. Aiden Trevette now has opened up that lead to over a second. White flag is in the air. No matter what, Aiden the Kid Trevette just has to cross the start-finish line here. Checkered flag is flying. The kid comes out of turn 4 and takes his first victory of the season, locks himself into the playoffs. Harley Barletta comes home second. Richie West is third. Great run by Richie. After starting in 12th, worked his way up. David Garman to 4th. AJ Gotze up into 5th. Jeff Hinkle, no surprise, he came back on old tires, managed to work his way up to 6th. Matt Johnston is 7th, and Zach Henson is 8th. Mike Smith brings home 9th place. Larry Ashby comes home 10th. Stephen Gibson 11th. 12th is Scott Snodgrass, as he's on his side. Okay. Topher Baltimore continues to work on breaking the bad luck. He has managed to survive the night and come home 13th, picking up several spots after starting in last. Jared Heasley is 14th. 15th is Kyle Holden. Kevin Reed, Nicole Creasel, Rick Sargent, Jason Rome, and J.J. Parr round out the 20-car field. Let's talk to the kid. Aiden the Kid Trevette. This is Doug in the booth. You got me.
I got you, Doug.
It's about time.
I know. I can't. Oh my gosh.
That last few laps, you actually set the fastest lap of the night, and then one of the last 6 laps, Harley Barletta beat your fastest lap by 1/100th of a second, and then the rest of the laps you were constantly faster. Started opening up a little bit of a gap there. Were you worried about him catching you?
Yeah, I was getting there. I was just hopefully the night played in my favor, excuse me, and it did. Holy crap.
That was an awesome win. We were definitely all cheering for you tonight, buddy.
Thank you. This one's for Kellen.
There you go, Kellen. He won it for you, buddy. And that locks you into the playoffs. So you are locked in. Still 4th in points, although where JJ finished, you were probably going to move up to 3rd and be very close to AJ in 2nd.
Holy crap. I'm surprised I got a win finally.
Congratulations, buddy. Go celebrate. You have definitely earned it here tonight.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, huge congratulations. And I know everybody at BRR is congratulating the kid tonight. Huge shout out to Aiden the Kid Trevette. All right, stick around. We will be right back in just a moment from the USA Dirt with the Fast and Fun Variety Series Dirt Street Stocks. And yeah, this has been a great night so far. I expect he blew his engine. He did so many burnouts, the kid blew the engine. Awesome job to Aiden the Kid Trevette. Great win here tonight in the Finelli Ironworks 170. Oops. Talking about screwing that up.